Hello everybody and welcome to our channel. This is Adam Talks Politics and I'm your host Adam Pierson. Throughout all of our videos that you're going to see here, the theme is going to be politically motivated. Whether it is something that a congressman or the president have said, whether it is a hot topic issue here in the country or even in the state of Tennessee, it is fair game for these videos. Something I do want to let you know about myself. One, I'm a God-fearing man. I do support Christianity. I am a Christian. I do cuss. I'm not perfect. I do cuss. I do drink. Hopefully neither one of those will happen on any of the videos that you're going to see here. Don't expect to see me sitting here sipping a beer or just doing a lot of profanity. I'm going to try to keep from doing that at all. I may have to edit some videos to keep that out. But I don't expect for you guys to sit here and listen to me cuss, even though it's something I do in my daily life, and I do apologize for that. Again, I'm not perfect. Some other things you should know about me is I am not politically correct. I do not dance around on eggshells to hopefully avoid from upsetting or offending people. If you do get upset or offended by something I said, too bad. Leave it in the comments. Tell people what kind of a terrible person I am and how you will never ever listen to my channel again. If you don't mind that kind of stuff, welcome. You're going to fit right in here. Also, I do lean more Republican than Democrat. However, I do support good ideas no matter which side of the political fence they come on. So if a Democrat does something great or introduces a great bill, I will absolutely give praise to them. I'll let people know how I feel. I'll say this is a great bill. These people are doing great things. However, if they are doing terrible things or they are doing things that I don't agree with, I will absolutely call them out on that. Same thing happens with the Republicans. If a Republican introduces a great bill, I'm going to say this is great. Everybody should, really be grateful for this person. They've done an amazing job in introducing legislation. But if they do something stupid or they do something in the best interest of the political line or the special interest groups, I'll call them out on it. Just because you're a Republican does not mean that your bills are the end-all be-all. And just because you're a Democrat does not mean that I won't support any of your bills. I like the idea more of everybody being an independent. However, that's not how this country works. Independents are there. However, the primary parties are your Democrats and Republicans. Now, if you really want to run for anything major in this country, you're going to have to pick a side. And I've picked the side of the Republicans, but I will call the Republicans out every time they do something stupid. Same thing with the Democrats. Just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean that I won't support you. If you have some great things, then hey, I'll take it where I can get it. I don't hate Democrats. I don't hate liberals. I do disagree with a lot of their topics. I do agree more with the conservatives and the Republicans. However, I am an independent in my own right, and I will absolutely take both sides with a grain of salt, and I'll scrutinize them both the same way. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Just because you're a Democrat, do not listen to everything the Democrats say as it is the gospel. Same thing with the Republicans. If you're a Republican, don't listen to the Republicans and say, well, this is great, even though it's not. If it's terrible, call them out. Tell them it's terrible. Tell them you don't support this. I encourage each and every last one of you who are watching these videos to make sure you're very active with your congressman. Make sure you're active with the president. Send them emails. Send them phone calls. Send them letters. Make sure you let them know how you feel, because ultimately they work for us. It doesn't seem like that most times, but they do. They work for us. We need to make sure our political party leaders make sure that they understand we're not going to be passive. We're not going to let them run the country however they feel like it. We're not going to let them collect tons of money from their special interest groups at the expense of our country. And we're going to make sure that they are doing the jobs that we hired them to do. If they're not, we're going to get rid of them. We're going to find somebody else. So I want you all to understand where I'm coming from with these videos and what the types of topics are going to be. And if I say something that offends you, understand I'm not doing that on purpose. However, I'm not going to dance around the eggshell. So if you do feel offended, just put it in the comments. That's fine. But if I say something that you like, please feel free to like, share, or even hit the little bell icon to let everybody else know that you liked it and that maybe they can get something out of it as well. And if you guys want to put some comments in there as I maybe will go over something, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you think my opinion is just terrible, maybe you think that, hey, finally somebody who has the guts to say some of the things that a lot of people have been thinking without really caring about repercussions for political fallout. I'm not a politician. I am really not a journalist until just recently, reporting on some of this stuff. But if you like what you hear, let me know. It's encouraging to hear some people say, hey, you know what, you're not an idiot. I actually like what you said. And on the other hand, if everybody thinks I'm an idiot, maybe I'll go away. I don't know. But that's where I stand. I am a person who thinks that we should hold all of our elected officials accountable. We shouldn't let them run over top of us, and that we should support them if they're doing a good job and condemn them if they're doing a bad job, regardless of which side of the aisle they fall on, regardless of whichever side of the aisle we fall on. So that's what you can see throughout my videos. Please feel free to explore the channel. I want to go over everything that I can think of. If I see a video or I see a news article that interests me and I think that it maybe interests you, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to do things from border security, healthcare. We're going to do all kinds of stuff, regulations. I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge supporter of the environment, where a lot of the Republicans maybe shy away from that. So the Democrats, maybe they're more for the environment. And you know what, maybe I fall in line with them more on that. I think we should protect the environment. I think we're going to talk about marijuana, whether it's medical marijuana or legalization of marijuana. Personally, I think that should fall on each individual state. We're going to talk about that. States' rights to me is a huge issue, and we're going to be talking a lot about states' rights. We're going to talk about a lot of things that happen in the national limelight that I'm going to look at and say, you know what, that is more of a states' right issue, and this is why. Understand that the government was set up that the states had a lot more rights and control than what they have now. It seems like a lot of things have been lumped into national security or national. The nation has to do it this way, otherwise it just doesn't make sense. You can't have this state saying this state saying that. The Constitution was set up with the idea of having the states with more power than the federal government, and I think we need to get back to that. But a lot of times our politicians do not subscribe to that. So as we go along, we're going to be talking about things on the national level and on the state of Tennessee level. If you live in a different state, my national coverage may still interest you. Maybe you don't care as much about the state stuff, and I'll make sure I put in the video whether it's a state or a national level concern. That way, if you look at it and say, well, state of Tennessee, I'm not interested. So that's where I am. And again, this is not Adam knows everything about politics or Adam is a political expert. It is Adam Talks Politics. If you agree, disagree, that is your right. I don't apologize to you. You don't apologize to me. We'll both say what we have to say as adults. If you want to resort to some name calling and some of that other childish stuff, go ahead and do that in the comments. I will ignore you. If you want to have a great open dialogue, whether you agree or disagree, I'll be more than happy to discuss that with you as an adult. And hopefully, will I change your mind? Maybe we change my mind, maybe not. But at least we'll have a good, open, solid adult dialogue. Again, thank you all, and God bless.